You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 9, covering the entire DMV. 2 people hurt in a hotel fire, the latest from Loudoun County, after that massive blaze scorched one popular event venue. And solar sensation, millions across the U.S. and right here at home, gearing up for that rare eclipse. How to keep yourself safe when you're out and about.
That is very true, and we'll talk about it here in just a few minutes regarding will we see most of that solar eclipse, or will the clouds prohibit you from seeing that? We'll talk about that and temperatures rising coming up.
And stretching your dollar ahead of crucial tax filing deadlines. Well, you need to know to save. And champions crowned in the most watched women's college basketball tournament of all time. South Carolina, the last one standing, with the superstar that captivated the nation finishing as runner-up. 9 o'clock at the dot. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Ben Dennis. This Sunday evening. Developing right now in the district, police officers are on the scene of a barricade situation in Northwest Glover Park neighborhood. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us from the scene. Dave, you are near Davis Place Northwest. You can tell, a very active scene. Bring us up to speed.
Well, hey there, Ben. What we can tell you is not much has really changed since all of this started just over 6.5 hours ago. As you can see behind me, this stretch of 39th Street Northwest remains closed because of a barricaded situation. Police told us this all started just before 2:30 this afternoon when they received a call of a man with a gun inside an apartment. That led to the barricaded situation. Police did tell us they're still not sure if that man is armed. It's believed he's the only person in the apartment. People who live in the area are allowed to walk to their homes. They can also drive out in their cars, but they're not allowed to drive back in here. 39th Street from Tolan Road to Stoddard Elementary School remains closed until this situation is resolved. We're live in the Glover Park neighborhood in Northwest. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thanks for your coverage. Meantime, firefighters in Loudoun County are investigating this hotel fire that went up in smoke just yesterday. Crews say that the fire broke out of the Cortland Farm Manor Inn in Aldie, Virginia. A hotel staff member and 1 firefighter were sent to the hospital. Thankfully, they're okay. They've been released. 4 guests staying there. They are without their rooms. The total damages were estimated to be about $2.8 million. Officials say that fire, they believe, was accidental. In Prince William County, police say that 1 man was shot in Woodbridge just this afternoon. We're told it happened at the intersection of Tassia Lane and Norris Point Way around 1 p.m. This is near I-95 and Cardinal Drive. The victim was sent to the hospital. No word on his condition at this hour. Police in St. Mary's County, meantime, say that a motorcyclist was killed. A woman and a child sent to the hospital after a crash in Hollywood. Officials say the crash happened at the intersection of 3 Notch Road and Tom Hodges Drive around 10:30 this morning. Police say a woman driving a vehicle turned into the path of the motorcyclist trying to cross the street. Well, the person driving that bike, they were ejected and they died on scene. The woman and child were sent to the hospital. The child is in critical condition at this hour. No word on the woman's condition.
Bring them home!
And today marks the 6th-month anniversary, if you can believe it, of the start of the war between Israel and Hamas. Roughly 1,200 people died when Hamas stormed into southern Israel October 7th. Images today right here from the National Mall. Israel says more than 130 people now remain captive, but the Jewish Federation of Greater Washington, the Hostage and Missing Families Forum, organizing this large demonstration earlier today. Rally organizers say that they fear for the hostages' safety.
They are in inhumane situations. The Red Cross can't even get to them. They don't have food. They are being abused, violated, and the longer they're there, the more chance that they'll die. They're getting weaker and weaker.
More than 33,000 people in Gaza have also died in the fighting, along with 7 members of the D.C.-based World Central Kitchen. They died last week's air raid by Israel, which apologized, calling those deaths, quote, accidental. Happening right now, take a look at your screen. Containers are now being removed from that massive cargo ship that's still lodged in Baltimore's Fallen Key Bridge. It's been nearly 2 weeks since the 50-year-old bridge collapsed, killing 6 road construction workers at the time. The task force there tonight says that they are taking off those containers to get access to the bow. That's where parts of the 4-lane highway still sit. We're told this will continue in the coming days. Meantime, we're also told that other portions of the fallen bridge continue to be removed to get that crucial port back open. Time is 9:05. Everybody, your weather now with Scott Sumner. Scott, all eyes to the skies tomorrow. But hey, the Eclipse excitement, got to do it safely. You don't want to look up without those proper glasses. I know that you have special tailored forecasts in the mix as well, but we take a live look at the Kennedy Center tonight. What's going on out there?
Well, those expectations have to be dimmed just a little bit because we will have clouds out there for tomorrow. Right now, we're having mostly clear skies to clear skies, but you see some clouds drifting in from the west. We'll start to see those build in for tomorrow morning going into the afternoon. Now, as far as rain is concerned, this rain, slight chance, that's mainly for the mountains out towards Garrett County, Allegheny County. Otherwise, it should remain dry for 90% of us. But the rain chances do start to ramp up here, especially on Thursday when it's very likely, and even into Friday. So you're stepping outside the door tomorrow in the city, 43 degrees, mainly sunny and a dry morning. Temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s in a general range encompassing all of the viewing area, and winds will be fairly light. How about flying out tomorrow? You've got a flight during the day and outside of Dulles or any one of the airports here. About 68 degrees, variably cloudy skies, a mild afternoon southerly breeze at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, we'll see temperatures continue to climb up into the 70s here, and this is after tomorrow's upper 60s on Monday. Unsettled wet weather to end the work week. Stick around. I'll have that 7-day forecast coming up for you in just a few moments.
Looking forward to it, Scott. Thank you.
Undefeated South Carolina has won its third national championship.
Time and time again, the South Carolina Gamecocks have taken down Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes 87-75. South Carolina completed the first perfect season in women's college basketball since the program did it back in 2016. Our Alex Flum will join us in our 10 o'clock hour on the CW with more on that historic championship matchup. On the move, if you take the Red Line, listen up, WMATA released its shuttle plans for when 5 Red Line stations will close this summer. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree had a chance to look over that plan, and he's breaking it all down for us.
Starting June 1st, every Red Line station between Glenmont and Tacoma will be closed for construction, and today we're learning more about the travel alternatives. WMATA will have a free shuttle service for commuters, while improvements are made to Glenmont, Wheaton, Forest Glen, Silver Spring, and Tacoma. They'll have local service that stops at each Red Line station, a limited 1 option that starts at Glenmont, stops at Wheaton, then travels directly to Fort Totten, a limited 2 option that starts at Forest Glen, stops at Silver Spring, then travels directly to Fort Totten, an express service between Silver Spring and the Metro Center in D.C. Several Montgomery County leaders penned a letter to WMATA last month voicing their concerns about the inconvenience closing the 5 stations may cause commuters. Montgomery County Council President Andrew Friedson was one of the leaders who helped draft the letter.
Our biggest concerns are making sure that the state and WMATA and our local transportation officials are working in a collaborative way.
Friedson says there will certainly be challenges with this transition, which is why they're doing all they can to help lessen the impact it will have on people's commutes.
There is no replacement in the region for Metro service. And so we need the Metro service to be safe. We need to be reliable. We need the necessary repairs to take place. We need that to happen as quickly as possible.
The Tacoma station is scheduled to be closed from June 1st to June 29th, and the other 4 stations are scheduled to be closed until August 31st. Reporting in Silver Spring, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Kevon tonight. We are inching closer and closer to tomorrow's very rare partial solar eclipse. And watch parties are scheduled all across the DMV, including at Bowie State University. DC News Now anchor Annalisa Gale sat down with one professor that will guide high school and college students through that rare opportunity.
This is a very exciting time.
Physics professor DeWitt Hailu is looking forward to hosting roughly 3,000 people at the Bulldog Football Stadium at Bowie State University on Monday, April 8th. They'll start meeting at 2 p.m. about an hour before the partial solar eclipse is expected in Maryland.
So we'll have around 87-88% obstruction around 3:20 p.m.
Hailu has been explaining to his 7-year-old son how the partial solar eclipse will work as they both prepare for the rare event that will educate the young and old.
The the thing I used for him to show is, so I had a lamp, all right, and then I put two balls. He had a basketball and a soccer ball on each sides, and then what I do is, okay, now pretend the soccer ball is just the moon. It comes in between the basketball and the lamp, which is the sun.
He hopes that the university's watch party will also serve as a magnet for high school students interested in learning more about science, technology, engineering, and math.
And we are bringing also NASA engineers.
Free glasses will be provided to all who attend, one of the things recommended for eye protection during a partial solar eclipse. Another safety reminder is for drivers.
In terms of accidents, I would say we should be cautious, even not drive at the time, because for about 4 minutes it's going to get darker, and add that to the weather, it may be a little bit dimmer.
Hailu says it will be decades before more than 80% of the sun will be obstructed in Maryland again. His advice is to take the time to experience it.
This is going to happen in 2079, if you want to see the same event.
Well, quite some time until then. The event is also open to the public at Bowie State. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, DC News Now will be covering it from all angles, from the National Mall, Chantilly, and yes, at Bowie State.